No. No one told me anything.
When do you guys think that the actual finished product is going to be out? Do you
Yeah.
guys have any time frames on that?
I don't think it's going to be for a little while. I mean, I just watched, Victor just sent a couple of us, the trailer to it.
Oh.
So if he's got the trailer going, I think that means the full 40-minute film must still be in the works.
Okay.
Because the trailer itself needs to be edited and all that
Right.
put together.
Oh,
And
he gave
that's
you the
an
raw
effort.
footage so far.
Yeah, and so he's shown us the trailer. So the trailer is not actually out yet. He just
Right.
wanted us to give our feedback because we were part of the film. So I think if he's still working on that, the full 40-minute film is probably at least like a month or two. I don't know.
Okay,
away
we're
at
still not
least.
too far off though. A month or
No,
two.
that's not-
Yeah,
At
yeah.
least by the end of the year.
I think it depends on how busy he is. He seems pretty busy.
Dude, he's always busy. I mean,
Yeah.
Dude, I see him online like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, this guy doesn't sleep. For sure.
Yeah, I'm like,
Like, actually, he doesn't sleep.
When do you sleep on Sundays?
well, because I wake up early to go to work.
Yeah.
And I turn on the computer, turn it off.
He's active.
Green
Yeah.
little button on his
Yeah.
on his name. I'm like, dang, where's he at? I go, and he tells me he's like back east somewhere, right?
Yeah, but like I'll be like, so it's like 1 a.m. over here, and then I'll see he's still online. But like East Coast, that's like 5 a.m. or something like
Yeah.
that, right?
4 a.m.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
3,
right?
yeah.
He's in
So I'm just like,
ungodly
man, this guy
hours.
doesn't sleep.
So where was the filming actually done then?
Here, actually. in
Here.
the
So
Bay,
he came
yeah.
out here to.
Yeah. So a
Wow.
couple people were coming from a little further.
Uh-huh.
Victor, obviously, he's from the east.
Yeah.
East
Oklahoma.
Coast, so he
right?
came over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think something like that. And then we had a couple actors, I think, from LA too.
Uh-huh.
I think Rave was from LA. I think.
Rave and Elizabeth.
Yeah, so they're actually not local to the Bay Area, but I think they came up. Whether they
Wow.
were like coming up for the film
Uh-huh.
or they had plans already here.
Like we're in the area.
Yeah, maybe one or the. I'm not exactly sure, but they were
Right.
part of the film, and then they drove up or they flew. I don't know, but they came up for the film.
I know they were here and they weren't living here. That's
Right.
that's the extent
Yeah,
of my knowledge.
Yeah.
I have an interesting question for you guys because when I was watching the film, because he sent me the clips before he actually put it out. He was telling me, "Hey, what do you think of this?" And I tell him, "Okay, just so you know, I'm going to be always bluntly honest about everything I ask." And so I was just tearing into
He
it.
makes people cry.
Yeah, and because you have to be that way, especially on a.
No, you don't. He just says
And the thing that I liked, the thing that I loved about Victor, and much praise to you, Victor, is that he said, "Yes, be that. I want the honesty, so that I can make it better."
Yeah, don't blow smoke up.
Yeah,
my-
and I was really impressed by that because a lot of people don't like, especially people in the business. You know what I mean?
Tell me what I want to hear.
Yeah, actors.
I'm right, you're wrong.
Yeah, actors can be pains in the ass.
Not you guys, of course.
Oh yeah,
no way.
Are you just stop it? I just told him we're going to be honest.
Oh, okay. Well, he's a diva. So.
But yeah, and I said, hey, blah blah blah, and he's like, okay, and he actually felt like, yeah, that was good criticism. But I admire that, especially from a director.
Yeah.
Because there isn't a fuck you. This is my film. I'm going to
Exactly,
do what I'm
yeah.
going to do.
My vision.
But he
Yeah.
wasn't like that. So do you guys get that feeling about him whenever you?
Yeah, how was it
work
working with him?
I mean, we would do like a lot of rehearsals and stuff like that, script readings, table readings, and so he would always ask for like feedback on that, and then he was pretty like flexible in the sense if you wanted to change some of the lines and stuff like that.
Wow.
Like I want to say this, like I feel more like natural saying this. He would take that into consideration, and he would like make the changes if he felt it was good. And I
If
would
it
say,
works, yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, like in terms of like that, he was pretty flexible. I think a lot of people like change their lines. Personally, I didn't change any of my lines, but I think a lot of other folks did.
It's like a little
No wonder
minor,
he's-
like,
Yeah,
He's
no
the
wonder he's
favorite.
still alive.
That's why you're still alive.
Yeah, that's why I'm the favorite.
No changes.
This guy's not a pain in the ass. We'll
Like
keep
it.
him.
That's why I'm still alive, man.
Right.
I don't talk. I just sit there and do my part.
How long did it take you to get the lines going? Your lines.
like to memorize them.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of dialogue in this thing.
It's too bad.
I would say for the skit, it wasn't too bad.
There wasn't
I
too
mean,
much
I'm
dialogue.
pretty sure our skit was written like
That day?
like 2 weeks before we actually shot
Oh,
it.
wow.
Yeah.
So there wasn't time to rehearse. Yeah.
Like maybe
The
we
lines.
had like
Yeah.
what, like 1 or 2 zero episodes.
Yeah,
Like,
they're very short lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah.
at least memorizing for me hasn't been the biggest struggle when it comes to acting.
Right.
Same.
What
Say that in
has
front
them?
of everybody because the people are going to watch this are going to know. Sell yourself right here, girl. I got a good memory. I know
It's
everything.
on
I
my
never forget.
resume. Great memorization.
I love it.
So what would you say is your worst quality?
Oh, we don't talk about those. We don't got time for that.
All right, interview's over.
We're done.
Good.
Ooh. We've only had one person walk off the stage because she planned it. Off our set. She's like, this interview's over. And she came back, I'm just kidding. All right, cool. You know, I get a kick out of the whole thing because I love films. I like being behind the camera.
He's a fanboy.
I write, you know, and I've acted. And I've always been fascinated of this industry. I mean, just like you guys, I'm a big fan, and you're always thinking, okay, what can I do to make myself better and get out there, be promoted more, and whatever else. Obviously, getting an agent is a big deal, but I've come to learn that if you really, you know, like the reels that you guys have to put together for yourselves. And I don't know if you know where the reel is. It's more of a demo tape of your stuff.
After talking to Diane, yeah. I mean,
So,
I don't care, but
when
I
you-
know what it is.
When you put your reels together, do you put a lot of your past work or just the things that you think is going to make you be a better sell? I mean, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, how do you decide?
Do you put the whole thing or do you just put little snippets of this piece right here where I got a tear rolling down my eye? It's going to get me there. You know, I mean, do you base it off of that or do you just put what you think is, you know, just the right away?
I think when it comes to reels, casting people, and I think people in general only want to see like just a couple of minutes of it. So we have to pick at least what we think is the best of the best and what we think would get us the job. And so I know, at least for me, I kind of go back and edit once in a while depending on the project.
So you tailor it to the project.
Yeah.
Yes,
basically,
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. You do the same?
Yeah. So for example, like if I'm doing like if the role is specific for something of comedy, I'm not gonna use a scene where I'm like
Crying.
crying. Or something like that. I would try to find clips.
But that
of
would
me
be funny though.
It's funny until they don't get the joke.
No, pick the scene where you're crying the ugliest.
Yeah.
Boogers coming out in the slobbering.
Yeah. So it's definitely
That'd
like
be
you try
awesome,
to
though.
tailor your reel to what the project and the role is.
Right.
Okay.
Wow, that's hilarious. That would be a lot of fun, dude.
We should make your reel.
You know,
Give it to Diana.
it would be a crazy reel, you know that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, I do just the weirdest things.
Yeah, watch the show, guys, and you know
Yeah.
we both do the weirdest thing. I don't want to be on camera, be on this. I only do this because of him. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a reel. No.
Yeah, this whole thing came about because of COVID.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we had nothing else to do because we couldn't go anywhere. So we got,
Right, yeah.
we got locked up in a room here and just
Like,
started
might as well
talking.
make some videos.
Now
Right?
you know when to train. All right. Here, I got a new tripod. Okay.
Now, are you, either of you in any martial arts or done any martial arts ever?
Yeah.
So I did a lot of martial arts when I was younger, like 5-6 years at least. But that was more so like wushu.
I knew
and
it.
then,
I was going to say wushu.
Yeah, so that's like it was like
could tell.
very in so much like I was very part of like the Chinese community when I was growing
Yeah.
up. So like all my friends were doing wushu.
So
I
you're
was like, I
not
guess
now.
I gotta do it too. Gotta take math classes too. So that's basically how it was. I
So
grew
he's
up
done
doing
with-
wushu.
He's an engineer. Come on.
So I did a lot of that, but going into college and high school, I like kind of dropped off.
Dude, break the stereotypes. Break out of it. That's
Yeah,
why you want to
right.
be an actor.
Yeah, that's why he's acting.
Yeah, I'm
Come
breaking
on.
out of the bubble.
Well, you know what? Acting has become a big deal for the Asian community now.
Yeah,
I mean, more
I
and
agree.
more. A lot of films, a lot of TV stuff, are a lot of Asians.
Yeah,
you know?
and
I mean-
Diana's been promoting a lot of those
Oh
actors.
yeah, and she's, dude. I'm telling you, we're gonna hook you guys up really good.
That's awesome. I think it's because it's just more recently there's been a bigger push for like more diversity, especially
Yeah.
with
Well,
Well,
the cultural
China's
clash.
been pushing that
Yeah.
a lot. China's been pushing that a lot.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
The Asian
Know about
communities
that.
have been really pushing that out. Some of the associations that I go with the groups on Facebook and whatnot, they're all just like, no, let's shove the Chinese community into the mainstream of
Which is
Hollywood.
really becoming the Asian community in general, because
Yeah.
yeah, it's there's a lot. There's a lot.
Well, I
of
mean, look at
differences, yeah.
Kung Fu came out.
Yeah.
You know, almost everybody on that show is Chinese.
The Marvel movie,
Shang-Chi's coming out. I mean, everywhere you look, there's something Asian, or there's some crazy Asian in the film, right? Like, awesome. But it wasn't like that 5 or 10 years ago.
Yeah, right.
You know, the stereotypes of, oh, he's either going to be a cook or a laundry guy, blah, blah, blah. But now we're becoming more mainstream. And we're taking the lead roles, even in TV, which was never heard of. You know, and you're like, what? You know, I mean, fresh off the boat. I mean, to have that family being shown the way it is, I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Never would have happened 10
Yeah.
years ago.
No.
You know, I mean, what was it 10 years ago that any Asian thing that was on? You know,
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Did they even cast an Asian guy for that?
yeah,
No,
yeah,
it wasn't.
I don't-
where does Avatar take place?
Yeah, wait a
What
second.
realm? Is that an actual Earth realm, or
No,
they
no,
talk
it's
about
not.
Earth,
It's
right?
not.
It
It's not an Earth realm.
depends on each element. I know the Fire Nation is based off of
Japanese.
Japanese,
Yeah.
yes, and then the
Earth Nation was Chinese, I think. Wasn't
I
it?
think.
think
I'm
so.
actually not sure about Earth. Yeah, but
think
then
it
I
was,
know
I'm not
Water Tribe is based off of
Wow, she is a
indigenous
fangirl.
Native
I
American.
love
Yeah.
it. She knows.
Which the indigenous
Knows her
Native
lore.
Americans, they say that, you know, they came from Asia during the Bering Strait in the last ice age. They came and migrated down. So that's why a lot of my people look Asian. Descended from the same people. So they say. I don't know.
Or so they say.
Or so they say. And then the airbenders obviously were monks.
Do you guys hope this to be a good platform for you guys to move forward? I mean, is that? I mean,
Like
obviously
this
that's-
conversation?
No, this conversation is not going to get you
No,
anywhere.
you guys are wasting your time here.
I gotta go, guys. I got a meeting.
It's in the
I got an engineering meeting.
Yeah, I gotta take a call.
No, I
He's
mean,
on the job.
I mean, do you always think? Because I know I would think this, right? If I was doing acting as a profession, I always got to think that whatever I'm working on at that moment is the thing that's going to make me. I mean, because if you're not thinking that way, then you're being foolish. Then you're not really working your craft the way you should be.
So you're talking about the commitment for it?
Well, just like you accept a role. You read this role and goes, oh, you know, she looks pretty strong here. It looks like a strong female character, and she's this and that, whatever.
Yeah, he would play great.
I could make this be my resume to put me over, right? Because every actor has that one thing that they did, even though the film sucked, but the thing that they did in it was something that said, oh, you know, hey, get a hold of this girl.
Stand out.
She's actually pretty good, you know, blah, blah, blah. You are thinking that every time you work on a project, isn't it? I mean, you'd be crazy not to.
I think for me, I don't think that's necessarily the one motivation that I think whenever I go into a project, but I just always think to put my best self forward, not just when it comes to performance, but when it comes to like the rehearsal process and just throughout the whole process. But for me, I don't necessarily think I have to stand out compared to everyone. I think I have to work my hardest for myself, mainly.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Sounds like one of those Miss Filipino American.
Answers.
So, would you like to have one of these questions be the ones we skip? After that answer,
Yeah. I don't know how you're gonna follow that.
Yeah, you know, I only do if it looks good on my resume.
honest. I like that.
It's not- I think for me, it's like, I mean, sure, there's a part of it where it's like, oh, is this gonna look good on my resume? There's always that in the back of your mind, but I think there's other aspects to it. Is like, you know, am I also like meeting new people? Am I building connections? Is this something that I'm passionate about? Like, is this part of a universe is this like, for example, like I like Avatar, right? I would want to be a part of that. But if it was like something like, I don't know, something I had no interest in, then it's like, oh, well, then it has less value to me. So it's basically what I look for is like, how much value does it have to me? Like, it could be bad in someone else's eyes, but if it has value to me, like,
It's fulfilling.
Yeah, it's fulfilling for me, and that's what I care about the most is whether I find it fulfilling. I don't really care what other people think, but as long as
Wow.
I'm enjoying it.
Okay, those were
then-
pretty good answers.
Not bad.
Those were pretty good answers.
How about you, Naeem? Where are you going with your acting?
Well, seeing as though I don't
he
have
wants
a real.
to play that Mexican machismo guy that
Wow.
dude.
Really?
I think you could do it.
I think I play
It's
a
the
Mexican
hair.
transvestite better than I would the machismo one.
Maybe, but I think
It would fit better for my personality. I'm
There you
just
go.
saying.
The hair sells it. By the way, you might want some hair conditioning tips.
Wow, are you saying her hair is bad or mine is great?
No, yours is awesome. I mean,
Alright.
dude, he does his daughter's hairs.
Yeah, I can cornrow, I can do extensions, I can do sew and weaves.
I don't know what that means.
That's way more than I can do. I'm not a hair person. It's like brush. Okay.
Yeah, she had this one strand just going crazy. It's driving me nuts every time I look up.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Now you look good on camera.
Now,
That one strand of hair did it.
Everyone can't stop
it
us.
drives me crazy. You know me.
Yeah, I know.
I watch
you're-
like here in the gym, right? We're always teaching.
He's a
I'm
little
watching all
OCD.
the people who work out. Anytime they're doing something wrong, I have to actually go up and say, "Hey, you're doing that, or you should be doing that."
It bothers him.
Yeah, it bugs
It
me to see somebody
so
doing something wrong.
much.
I mean, I'm sure you got to be the same way, right? I mean,
No,
you see
he's
somebody who's just like, dude, that's just totally wrong. You,
Well, it depends on how egregious it is, I guess, for me.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah.
I don't know. I OCD, I guess.
Yes.
I would, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have issues. A lot of issues.
He would know.
Yeah, we've fought each other for the past 7.5 years.
And you get to know somebody.
You get to know somebody really well. It's not just a line from The Matrix. It's really true. You really get to know somebody.
I believe it, yeah.
What is your dream role? Either one.
Me, I think actually through like a lot of this films that I've been doing with Victor, where it involves a lot of fight scenes, I've actually discovered that I really do miss martial arts and stuff like that. So actually, I started taking martial arts classes again recently.
Really?
Yeah. So then I was like, and then I started watching a lot more like films that involved action scenes, like fighting and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? Maybe one day I can bring myself up to that level and
John Wick.
Dude,
one of
come
those
learn
kind
with
of
us.
things.
Come learn with us.
Oh, I would, but you guys are so far away.
We won't charge you a lot. Just come down. It'll be
Just
fine.
come
Wow.
over.
Yeah, just
See, I'm
yeah.
always selling the story again, am I? Giving
Yeah,
it
you
away.
are. That's terrible.
Dude, I suck at business.
Yeah.
We actually teach, right? We're supposed to get money for it. A lot of times I'm just
We're
like,
not supposed to put this on camera.
oh, I'm sorry. I keep
Do
forgetting
you
we have
keep
a camera.
forgetting that's there? Oh my god.
Yeah, but I've been told I'm like the worst businessman.
Yeah, but
A lot of my students will just bring a donut, and I'm like, cool, you're in. So if you ever want to come
that
down
is
and learn-
changing, folks. We are taking this a bit more seriously.
You can't just bring a donut. You gotta bring a dozen.
Dude, yeah, it's like I'm that guy who gets paid by fish or something, you know?
Ooh,
Oh,
work
my mom
for
made this
food.
for you. Here you go. Okay, yeah, you got 2 hours. Let's go. Let's play.
Wow. Oh, that one student does bring you fruit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Her dad owns a produce department, so every time she comes by, she's like, "Oh, here's this." I'm like,
That's pretty nice.
and I don't eat
I
fruit.
think I was
end up
the
giving
only
it to-
You don't eat
student.
fruit?
Yeah. No.
I'm not a fan. I mean, I'll eat it like when my wife forces
Meat
me.
and starches.
Oh.
That's
Look
it.
at me. Look at me.
Yes, that beautiful
It's the
Filipino
Filipino
physique.
diet.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
that.
and you'll be surprised. He's not diabetic.
I am.
I wasn't thinking that.
I do have some abilities to keep that up. So,
Went off the rails again.
when do you guys think that once I mean, how many more clips or skits are you guys going to be doing with Victor? Do you have any more stuff that's coming up in the?
There's the feature film, and then there's another skit, and I guess there's a trailer.
Yeah, I think so. I kind
So
of lost
3
track.
more.
So you-
Yeah, there's
There's
quite
a lot in
few.
the works.
Oh, so you're just bouncing around to different things for different parts of the film?
Kind of. I mean, we filmed it all in the same time frame,
Right.
and only like I guess the first half has been released.
Right.
So there will be more in the future.
Ah, okay. So there's other ones in production.
So are you guys done with all your stuff now?
For
For now.
So a new script gets sent to.
So yeah, get another email.
Hey, I got another idea. Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah.
I'll be there in 2 weeks.
How much work do you put into your character? I mean, as far as the the backdrop of each of your characters? I mean,
Yeah, that's always fascinating to me.
At least for our skit, I came up with my own storyline that I didn't really share until after we filmed it. But basically, for me, so I'm Private Lang, and I think our skit takes place the day after we get into a fight because we're lovers.
Plot
This
twist.
is not canon. This is
No,
just what
it's
happened in my head.
She's like, I need to be angry at him for something. Ooh, we're lovers.
Easy.
We had a spat. I can't yell at him in front of all the other soldiers, so I'm gonna kick his ass.
Yeah. Basically, it's secret, and I think the night before, we get into an argument because he doesn't want to reveal that we are in a
You
relationship.
bastard! Why do you want to keep it a
Exactly.
secret?
That's why.
But
I'm
you
like,
can't do that in the military. I agree with him. What? You can't do that.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Especially if he has.
No, that's true.
If they're both private, you're
Right.
fraternizing. You can't do that.
But if he was higher ranked, then it'd be different.
Even more so in the higher rank.
Really?
Yeah, they're
that's
both
what I'm saying.
private.
They're both the same
You
rank.
can't. No. In any military, you're not allowed to do that. That's why they have to like be in different departments or
How
different.
dare you hold their love back?
I'm just. That's
Who are you
That's
to-
a legitimate thing. It's a true thing.
Not
Come
in
on,
the
I
Fire
was
Nation.
RTC commander. I
I
know.
didn't do enough research.
You could never boink your.
That didn't.
Your partner.
You know what? I'm not gonna reveal any more about you, but you know that is crap.
Well,
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.